Hotshotz looks at a movie. Letters from Iwo Jima is the companion film to the 2006 Flags of Our Fathers. It is also produced and directed by Clint Eastwood. It is also about the World War II battle for the island of Iwo Jima, only this one told from the point of view of the Japanese soldiers there, and it is also excellent. The film begins on the Pacific Island today, but then quickly shifts back to 1944 and the preparations the Japanese soldiers were making for what they knew would be an American invasion, which eventually came in 1945 and resulted in a deadly battle that lasted 35 days. One of the soldiers helping with the digging preparations says, "Damn this island, the Americans can have it, nothing grows here." Then a new commanding officer arrives, General Kuribayashi, played by Ken Watanabe, and he changes the defense strategy from trenches on the beaches to what would eventually become more than 18 miles of tunnels, 5,000 caves, and pillboxes with machine guns and mortars from which to fight the Americans with what he knew would be his much smaller army. General Kuribayashi soon learns that the island is now isolated because the Japanese Imperial fleet has been destroyed in battles. The Japanese soldiers believe that it will be an honor for them to die for their country, and so many of them are resolved that they will never again see their families back in Japan, to whom they write letters which we hear and voice over. Then the Americans land and the battle begins, but because we are following events of the Japanese soldiers dug into the tunnels and caves, most of the fighting occurs off-screen. Even so, the idea of being forced to fight and kill a so-called enemy that you don't even know and never met before is horrendous. In the end, all movies about war are anti-war movies. Whenever a soldier can't take it anymore and wants to surrender, he's shot and killed by his own commanding officer so as not to bring dishonor to the cause. However, even if someone does manage to get away and surrender to the Americans, he might very well be killed by them just because they don't want to be bothered with prisoners. Letters from Iwo Jima shows that war is hell for everyone. I'm Dan Culberson, and this is Hotshotz.